Hi students. So in the previous session already we have started new chapter. The new chapter accounting for share capital. So in this accounting for share capital already we have discussed what is the meaning of a company. First of all, the shares are issued by the company only. So for that, what is a company and what are the various features of company and types of company. So these things already we are discussed in the previous session. Even though we have discussed what is the share as well as what are the various types of shares, types of a company, and what are the various circumstances on issue of a shares. For the issue of a shares there are three kinds. When the shares are issued at par, and the same being when the shares are issued at premium and when the shares are issued at discount. These are the three circumstances when the shares are issued by the company. So let me know, in this session we will start. The problems are related to 12-mark question from in this chapter. So first of all, in this chapter containing journal entries. For that issue of shares means the journal entries, whatever the entries, these entries are fixed entries. There is no changes. So questions are changing, but the entries are same thing. The values only we can change. The journal entries are related to 12-mark question from in this chapter. So come back to here. So in this session we will start the 12-mark question. So in this chapter we will get one question for 12 marks, that is compulsory question. So in this chapter we will start the question. The questions are related to as per the PU board question bank only. All of you observe the question. So here X company limited. Here X company limited issued 10,000 shares of rupees 100 each. Actually here the name of the company is X company, right? The X company they are issuing 10,000 shares. But here they are not specified the shares whether it may be equity shares or preference shares. They are not mentioning anything else, means no need to record either preference or equity, just we can record as a share. So actually in this company they are issuing 10,000 shares. The total number of shares are 10,000 shares. The value of each share rupees 100 each. One share cost should be rupees 100 each. The amount was payable as follows. So here the each share value 100 rupees. On that 100 rupees per share they are paid. They need to payable on the different stages. There is a different stages for the collection of share capital. So for the stages are rupees 10 on application. At the time of application time, they need to pay rupees 10 per share. Each shareholder they need to pay rupees 10 per each share. So 10 rupees on application, right? And the same being rupees 40 on allotment. At the time of allotment stage, again they need to pay rupees 40 per each share. From rupees 40 per each share they need to pay. And rupees 50 on first and final call. Rupees 50 on first and final call. So at the time of first and final call time, so here again they need to pay rupees 50. So rupees 10 on application, rupees 40 on allotment, rupees 50 on first and final call. So make it total 10 plus 40, 50. 50 plus 50, 100. What is the value of each share? As per the given details, the value of each share rupees 100 each. So this is the total stages of collection of share capital. Again continue the question. Here the money was duly received. I mean whatever the shares issued by the company, all the shares the public have subscribed, all the shares the public have subscribed all the shares, and the money was duly received. We are receiving all the money except the The money was duly received except the first and final call on 2000 shares. Except at the time of first and final call time, rupees 2000 shares amount we are not receiving. They are not clearing the shares of rupees 2000. So here they are received all the money except the first and final call on 2000 shares. And the company directors, who are the directors in the company, and the directors, they are decided to forfeit these shares. They are decided to, the directors were forfeited these shares. First of all, forfeited in the previous session already we learned forfeited means nothing but cancellation of shareholder rights for the non-payment. So in this situation, out of 2000 shares on first and final call time, they are not paying. On such shares, they need to forfeit. I mean cancel. Cancellation of shareholder rights out of 2000 shares. And these shares were reissued. Whatever the shares are forfeited by the company directors, on that 2000 forfeited shares, they are reissued to rupees 80 per share. At the time of reissuing, they are issued at rupees only. In the beginning, the value of each share rupees 100 each. After that forfeiture of these shares, they are reissued to prospective buyers. Those who are really interested to purchase these forfeited shares, on such shares they can issue to them at a cost price of rupees 80 per share. So in these shareholders, those who are purchased these forfeited shares, on such shareholders they paid full amount. They fully paid up on these shares. So finally pass the journal entries. Now we need to pass the journal entries. The journal entries are related to on application, on allotment and on first and final call. So these are the three stages. After that, whatever the shares in the company on that shares were reissued, forfeited and transferred. So these are the various stages. Now we need to pass the necessary journal entries. So here, before going the journal entries, now we need to take calculations. When we are taking calculations means this is what very helpful to at the time of passing the journal entries. The first heading, calculation of share capital. Calculation of share capital. Under the below, the first one, issued shares we need to take. Issued shares. The company, how many shares actually they are issuing? The X company, they are issuing 10,000 shares. The company, they are issuing 10,000 shares. So what is the cost price of each share? The cost price of each share rupees 100 each. So 10 lakhs into 100 rupees. They have to multiply this one. You will get 10,000 shares into 100 per share means we will get 10 lakhs rupees. This is what first thing, the issued shares. The total number of issued shares are 10,000 shares. The cost price of each share rupees 100 each. 10,000 shares into 100 per share means on the company they will get 10 lakh rupees from the public by the way of issue of these shares. This is what first thing. The next one, subscribed shares. Subscribed shares. So in this situation, H, the public have subscribed. The public have subscribed. They have purchased all the shares. The public have subscribed all the shares. So whatever the shares issued by the company, on that all the shares the public have subscribed. All the shares means nothing but 10,000 shares. 10,000 shares into 100 per each share. The total amounts are 10 lakhs. The first one issued shares. The total number of issued shares into cost price. The second one subscribed shares. Whatever the public subscribed, whatever the shares the public have subscribed, and such shares now we need to record. So here from the public we need to collect 10 lakh rupees. From the public we need to collect 10 lakh rupees, right? On that 10 lakh rupees they can collect on different stages. There is an option to pay on different stages like application, allotment as well as calls. So on the application time as well as allotment, so on such each stage how much amount we need to receive. So on such calculation now we need to take. The next one on application. At the time of application time, the total number of shares are 10,000 shares. At the time of application time, the total number of shares are 10,000 shares. By the way, each share they are collecting rupees 10 per. From each share they are collecting rupees 10. So 10,000 into 10 means you will get 1 lakh rupees. Out of these 10,000 shares, the company they can receive 1 lakh rupees from the public. By the way of each share they can get rupees 10. So on application time the total number of shares are 10,000 shares. Each share value 10 rupees, right? 10,000 into 10 means 1 lakh rupees. The next one on allotment. At the time of allotment time, the total number of shares are 10,000 shares. Total number of shares are 10,000 shares. Each share they are collecting rupees 40. At the time of allotment time, they are collecting rupees 40 from each share. So 10,000 into 40 per share, you have to multiply, will get 4 lakhs rupees. This is what for that allocation of allotment money from the public. So by the way of public they are receiving 4 lakhs rupees. The next stage, this is what last and final stage, first and final call. At the time of first and final call time, the total number of shares are 10,000 shares, right? 10,000 shares into, from each share they need to pay rupees 50 per share. I mean 5 lakh rupees we need to receive from the public by the way of allotment. I mean first and final call process. Total number of shares are 10,000 shares. Each share value rupees 50. I mean we will get 5 lakhs rupees at the time of first and final call time. These much of amounts we need to receive from the public by the way of issue of these shares. Now make it total. So 1 lakh plus 4 lakhs 5. 5 plus 5 lakhs total 10 lakhs. So issued shares are total 10,000. Each share value 100 rupees, right? So we need to receive 10 lakh rupees. The total 10 lakh rupees we can receive on different stages by the way of application, on allotment and first and final call. So in these stages they can receive these total amount from the public. This is what calculations, I mean working note. So these working notes it is helpful at the time of passing the journal entries. But as per the examination point of view, no marks to be allotted for these calculations. Is it right? Okay, just make it note these calculations. You have to write down. these are the various calculations. Now we need to pass the necessary journal entries are related to these stages. First we need to take the headline. Journal entries in the books of X Company Limited. So here the format for the journal entry already we know the format in the previous year. Only for that preparation of passing the journal entries, the columns are related to first column date column. Either date or serial number we can record. Second column related to particulars. Particulars means nothing but detailed. Whatever the transactions we are recording and such transactions we can show by the way of particulars column. The next column related to LF. LF is nothing but in this column. So as per the this question no need to record anything. So in the companies means they can record the number of page numbers. So when the transactions are used on such type they can record the page numbers. The next one debit and credit column. Debit rupees, credit rupees. This is what format for that passing the journal entries. Date or serial number, particulars, LF, debit and credit. In the bracket you have to mention rupees. So this is what format. Now we need to pass the necessary journal entries. For that passing the journal entries, the journal entries are constant. No need to change any entries. So on the basis of question only we can change the values or some entries. The first entry. So here for each stage related to two entries. One entry for receive, one entry for transfer, or one entry for due, or one entry for receive. Okay. So as per the first stage, this is what first stage related to for that application process, right? So you have to write down the first entry. In that first entry, actually the company they are issuing 10,000 shares. Out of 10,000 shares they are collecting rupees 10 on application, right? On that application actually they are received. For that receive means we can show by the way of bank account. You have to write. Bank account data. Bank account data, whatever the shares issued to the public, on such shares they can collect rupees 1 lakh from the public by the bank. So the total number of shares are 10,000 shares. 10,000 shares into application time rupees 10 per share. 10,000 into 10 means you will get 1 lakh rupees. Bank account data 2. Share application account. Share application account, the amounts are same. We are receiving 1 lakh rupees from share application only. By the way, issuing these shares, on such shares application process only we are collecting rupees 1 lakh. This is what first entry for that receipt on application money. This is what receipt on application money, bank account data to share application account. So in this situation, when the company they are specifically specified the shares, whether it may be either equity shares or preference shares, means on such time we can show by the equity share application account or preference share application account. But as per this question, they are not specified any shares. That's why just we are mentioning share application account only. This is what first journal entry, bank account data to share application account. Now we need to give the narration. First of all, narration is nothing but brief explanation about the transaction. We are giving a narration regarding the entry. Write down the narration. Being application money received on $10,000 shares, 10,000 shares at rupees 10 each. This is what narration about the transaction. Narration being application money received on 10,000 shares at rupees 10 per each. Rupees 10 per each. This is what first entry related to application process. The second entry, whatever the amount received by the firm, on that amount they need to transfer to share capital account. Come to the second entry. Share application account data to share application account data. Whatever the amounts we are received. We are received 1 lakh rupees, right? By the way, issuing 10,000 shares. Have to write 1 lakh rupees in the debit column. Share application account data to where we are transferring to share capital account. To share capital account. The amounts are 1 lakh rupees. This is what second journal entry. Whatever the application amount received by the firm, on such application amount we need to transfer it to share capital account. Here share application account data to share capital account. Now we need to give the narration. Being share application money transferred to share capital account. Being share application money transferred to share capital account. So this is what second entry. The second entry, this is related to whatever the share application amount received by the firm, and such application amount they need to transfer to share capital account. These two entries are related to application process. So here after the completion of this process, the next stage that is related to allotment process. Next shall we go to the third entry. The third entry, related to for that allotment money due. Allotment money due. First you have to write the journal entry. Share allotment account data to share allotment account data to share capital account. Share allotment account data to share capital account. The third entry, share allotment account data. At the time of allotment time, what is the total amount due? So this is what already we are calculated in the beginning only by way of working note calculations. So the total number of shares issued by the firm 10,000 shares, right? 10,000 shares into at the time of allotment time they are collecting rupees 40 from each share, right? 10,000 shares into 40 per share. You have to write 4 lakhs rupees. They can collect 4 lakhs at the time of allotment. At the time of allotment time, the amounts dues are 4 lakhs rupees. Share allotment account data to share capital account. In the credit side, you have to record 4 lakhs rupees. This is what third entry. This entry related to further allotment money due. When the allotment money due, the journal entry share application account data to share allotment account. Now we need to give the narration about the transaction. Write down the narration. Being share allotment money due on being share allotment money due on 10,000 shares, 10,000 shares at rupees 40 per share. Is it clear? The third entry related to further allotment money due. The entry share allotment account data to share capital account. The narration being allotment money due on 10,000 shares at rupees 40 per share. This is what entry. It is related to further allotment money due. The next entry, due means the next charge they need to receive, right? The next entry related to further allotment money received. Further received means we can record bank account. You are receiving, right? The banker they are receiving bank account data. How much amount they are receiving? 4 lakhs rupees. They are receiving rupees 4 lakhs at the time of allotment. Write down 4 lakhs rupees. Bank account data 2. Share allotment account. Bank account data to share allotment account. In the credit column, you have to write 4 lakhs rupees. The fourth entry related to for that receipt of allotment money due. Third entry related to for the due on allotment. Due and next one receipt. Bank account data to they are receiving share allotment. They are receiving from allotment process rupees 4 lakhs. Now we need to give the narration about this transaction. Write down the narration. The narration is related to transaction only. Being allotment money received on being allotment money received on 10,000 shares. 10,000 shares at rupees 40 per share. The fourth entry, this is related to for that allotment money received. For the allotment money received, the journal entry bank account data to share allotment account. For that narration, being allotment money received on 10,000 shares at rupees 40 per share. This is what fourth entry for that receipt of allotment money. So as of now, we have completed two stages. For that application process, two entries, and the same thing for the allotment process, again we have recorded two entries. So application process finished, and the same way allotment process also complete. The next stage, it is related to first and final call. Okay, as of now, we have finished two stages. Now, the next stage, first and final call. In the first and final call, for that stage, again we need to give two necessary entries. The first entry related to for that first and final call money due. The next entry, fifth entry, share first and final call account data being share first and final call account data. So here at the time of first and final call time, they need to receive rupees 50 per each share. At the time of first and final call, they need to receive rupees 5 lakh rupees. I mean, the total number of shares are 10,000 shares. Right? 10,000 shares into at the time of first and final call time, they can receive 50 per share. 10,000 into 50 per share means we will get 5 lakh rupees. You have to write 5 lakhs. Share first and final call account data are to share capital account. Share first and final call account data to share capital account. The amounts are rupees 5 lakhs. You have to record in the both aspects, both debit and credit aspects. This is what entry. The entry is related to for that first and final call money due. For that first and final call money due, the necessary entry, share first and final call account data to share capital account. Now we need to give the narration regarding this entry. Write down the narration being first and final call money due on being first and final call money due on 10,000 shares at rupees 50 per share. For that fifth entry narration being first and final call money due on 10,000 shares at rupees 50 per share. This is what fifth entry. So whatever the entries we are giving, these entries are constant entries. There is no changes from question to another question. These entries are fixed entries. Fixed entries is nothing but for the transaction stages, these much of entries only we need to record. So this is what related to for that first and final call money due. After the due, the next entry related to for the first and final call money received. For that received means bank account. Bank account data 2. They are receiving from share first and final call account. Actually, in this question, the company has received, the public has subscribed all the shares and the money was duly received. Except the 2,000 shares. Except the 2,000 shares on first and final call rate. At the time of first and final call receiving time, they is not receiving rupees 2,000 shares. They are not receiving 2,000 shares amount. So out of 10,000 shares, they are not receiving 2,000 shares. I mean 10,000 minus 2,000, 8,000 shares, right? 8,000 shares into 50 per share. 8,000 total 8,000 shares into 50 per share means they can receive only 4 lakhs rupees at the time of first and final call. So just have to give small calculation. 10,000 minus 2,000. Remaining total number of shares are 8,000 shares. 8,000 shares into 50 per each share. 50 per each share. 8,000 into 50 means we will get 4 lakhs rupees. Actually, receivable amounts are 5 lakhs rupees, but they are receiving rupees 4 lakhs only because of 2,000 shares amount they are not receiving at the time of first and final call. I mean they are receiving only 8,000 shares amount. So now we need to give the narration regarding the transaction being first and final call money received on first and final call money received on 8,000 shares at rupees 50 per share. 50 per share. The narration related to sixth entry being first and final call money received on 8,000 shares at rupees 50 per share. At the time of first and final call time, they are receiving only 8,000 shares, right? So on that 8,000 shares only we are recording. So these are the two entries are related to first and final call. So as of now, we have completed 6 journal entries, right? Each entry carry 1 marks. The next entry it is related to shares were forfeited. Okay, the next entry it is related to whatever the shares are forfeited. Whatever the shares are forfeited, for that forfeited shares entry we need to give. The next entry, seventh entry. The seventh entry, this is what shares were forfeited. So as of now, up to we have finished 6 entries. For that application 2 entries, for that allotment 2 entries, and for that first and final call 2 entries. The next entry related to shares were forfeited. So actually here the total number of forfeited shares are 2000 shares, right? The total number of forfeited shares are 2000 shares, and the 2000 shares now we can give the entry. Share capital account data to share first and final call account. To share forfeited account. This is what journal entry when the shares are forfeited. So actually the shares are forfeited only at the time first and final call, right? That's why we are given this entry. When the shares are forfeited, even though at the time of allotment time is on the time, we can give 2 share allotment also. But as per this question, the total forfeited characters at the time of first and final call. That's why we are given only first and final call entry. Now we need to give the necessary calculation regarding the entry. The total number of forfeited shares are 2000, right? 2000 shares. 2000 into, in the beginning the value of each share 100 rupees. 2000 into 100 will get 2 lakhs rupees. 2000 shares into 100, 2 lakhs rupees. Here actually at the time of first and final call time only they are not receiving rupees 50 from each share. 2000 into 50, right? At the time of first and final call time each share they are getting rupees 50. So 1 lakh rupees. In the remaining forfeited already credited to the company's account, 100 minus 50, the remaining actual balance 50 from each share. 2000 into 50. 2000 into 50 per share means we will get 1 lakh rupees. So share capital account data to share first and final call account to share forfeited account. So this is what calculation, total number of forfeited shares into, in the beginning whatever the value of each share, that value we need to multiply under the below at the time of forfeiture of shares. I mean at the time of first and final call these shares are forfeited, right? So at the time of first and final call time they need to pay rupees 50 from each share. This amount they are failed to pay. Rupees 50 from each share, right? I mean 1 lakh rupees they are failed to pay. And after that 100 minus 50, the remaining 50. The remaining 50 means at the time of application 10 rupees and allotment time 40 rupees. Again 50 rupees already they are received from these shareholders. This is what journal entry when the shares were forfeited. Now we need to give the narration about the transaction. Being 2000 shares were forfeited, for the non-payment on first and final call. This is what narration about the transaction being 2000 shares were forfeited for the non-payment on first and final call. This is what seventh entry when the shares were forfeited. The next entry, related to whatever the shares are forfeited in the company, on that shares the directors are reissuing to prospective buyers. For that reissue of these shares, the next entry, bank account data, bank account data, forfeited shares account data to share capital account. This is what next entry, bank account data, forfeited shares account data to share capital account. Now we need to calculate the values. The total number of shares are 2000 shares they are reissuing at a cost price of rupees 80 per share, right?